Hey, what's up everybody? Mark Fleetwood here. Welcome back to the Daily Grind Trader. Today, I'm bringing you a new video. I'm going to tell you why I believe that we have bottomed out and we are on our way to a rebound. Well on our way to a strong rebound. I'm going to go with the two big dogs of the bunch, Bitcoin and Ethereum, to prove this point and to show everything that I use to get to this point. So stay tuned. Guys, I have a lot to go over. Trust me, it'll all make sense. Yeah. Alright guys, real quick, let's get the obvious out of the way. I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Also, I do apologize. The audio is not going to be great. I don't have my proper mic with me. I have just coming out of knee surgery, well, about a week out of knee surgery. I've yet to be able to go upstairs to get all my supplies, and I can't do stairs yet. But I got my computer down, and I am just recording on a regular headset, so I do apologize. My good microphone is not with me at the moment. But just getting that out of the way. All right, guys, getting started out here. I'm on the Bitcoin chart on the weekly chart. Now, on the weekly chart, there's two things I want to point out. First, I'm going to make a Fibonacci retracement. We'll start from the start of the upswing to the very top. And there, you see where we hit bottom, where we retested bottom roughly 5 times. We tested the 61.8 line at 31,000. There were some short periods of time under. There were some times at 29,000. I think we bottomed out at 28 here. 28.8 I think was the lowest point we've ever gotten. But they never stayed that low long. It never sat at that line for a long period of time. This has proven to be a solid support line. You could buy this line at any point in time and make trades off of it. The MACD. The MACD to me looks as though it has already completely bottomed out and it's starting to hook. It's starting to make a hook back in the upward direction. Now again, a MACD is a trailing indicator, which means it only shows what has already happened, not what is going to happen, but you can try to use it a little bit preemptively. You can use it to try to help project what may happen. So I'm using this to say that I believe that the strongest sell pressure has already subsided and that it's already in the past. It's already been shown here. I don't believe that we get another lines. We don't get more sell pressure. The histogram doesn't come back down this deep. I don't believe it does. I believe it starts to slowly climb back up, and this blue line, our MACD line, will start to cross back over the red line and we'll start back on an uptrend. Again, this is on a weekly chart, so this isn't something that's going to happen tomorrow or the next day. You'll see this is going to be kind of a longer term outlook. I'm looking at potentially a month out to get to the targets I want to talk about today. So with the MACD and the Fibonacci on a weekly chart is what I saw that makes me think, hey, this is going to be something that I believe that we break out of this wedge here. I believe that we break out of this consolidation and we break in the upward momentum. Going to the daily. Kind of bring this in a little bit. Now on the daily, there's a lot of lines in here. So this orange line coming down, it's a 25-day moving average. This 25-day was a resistance. Anytime the price action got above it, it immediately sold back below. You get to it, it would sell back below. And we make these little bumps down to come off of the 25-day. Now, yesterday it broke, and now it's breaking with buy pressure again. Last time it broke the 25-day, it sold back down. Immediately the next day, sell pressure started to build back up. This is not the case this time. This time, it's still building by pressure, which is a great sign. We're coming closer and closer to breaking out of the wedge, in which case we'll test the 50-day moving average. And the 50-day moving average should be an easy break. It shouldn't be any type of substantial resistance. It's in the middle of a zone, so it really shouldn't be much of a resistance. Our big resistance is going to be at 37.5. So we're 37.6. It's going to be our big resistance here at the 50% mark. And then after a battle there, after a couple of days of kind of back and forth, maybe a little consolidation period there, we're going to start pushing up towards the 44K line. And 44K, I think within the month, I think so middle of August, we'll be back to 44K. So that's going to be my short-term goal. If it happens, once that does happen, now we're looking at breaking completely out of the Fibonacci. We're going to look at a Fibonacci extension. So this is going to be what could be really fun. So we go with the extension. Now we're looking at a target of about $86,000 for Bitcoin by end of year. We're looking 86 grand. Could easily push towards 90. I mean, if you hit the 1.61, which is, if you're looking at Elliott waves, you know about Elliott waves. The one wave, two wave, three wave. The three wave is always 1.6 times, or it's supposed to be. A perfect three wave would be 1.6 times the one wave, which in this case would be one wave, 2, 3. I'm looking at 120K, and that could very easily be, maybe not by end of the year, but by end of the year I would see 86K, no problem. So middle of August I'm looking at 44, and every year I'm looking at 86. Now getting back to the weekly on Ethereum, Ethereum's chart is very similar. You get the rise up, topped, and bottom out at the 61.8 line. The 61.8 line is important because it indicates that it is still within standard retracement levels. It has not had a full revert, a full swing into a down market. And the market is down at the moment, but there has not been a full revert away from this peak. This has not been nullified. You go down to the 100% range, this is all nullified. You're no longer in the same market. Again, we've got a consolidation period here, and it's going to go back on a daily to show where we're at with the consolidation period. Again, very similar, touching those bottoms, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and almost every time you touch this bottom, you can make a buy order, and you're going to make profit, and you can sell off the top. You can sell off the 25-day moving average, this orange moving average. Here, hit it, down, hit it, down, 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 hit it again, stayed on it, and then down. So the 25-day moving average was, again, a hard rejection line. We're trading above it again. We are now 2 days above it. We're also above the 200-day here, so there's not going to be a 200-day moving average resistance like Bitcoin will have. Bitcoin will have a strong resistance at the 200-day moving average. Ethereum won't. Ethereum is still trading above the 200-day. It's getting ready to go back above the 50-day, and once the 25 and the 7-day cross back over the 50, this will be back in the full bull market. So Ethereum, I think we're looking at a month. We're back up to 34.90, 34.40. Let's say 34.5, 34,000 or 34,500. Wow, I mean, 3,450. 34.50 will be the price for Ethereum within a month by middle of August, and then coming out, we do the Fibonacci extension for the long term, and I think for the long term, I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb here and say that we're probably looking closer to 6 grand for a long-term price range. But let's see what we got. 5,941, and if you do the 1.6, we're looking at 8,400. That might be a bit of a swing, but it's Ethereum. It's done swings like that before, so I wouldn't be totally surprised by that. But definitely the 5,900, not out of the ballpark, not out of the range at all. So I think by end of the year, 5,900. Let's go 6K by end of the year, and we're looking at 3450 by middle to end of August. So guys, that's the video. Hope it wasn't too wordy, too lengthy. But again, guys, look at the indicators, especially on the weekly. Everything is bottomed out. Ethereum just bottomed out on the MACD. This MACD chart just bottomed and starting to turn back up. It's going to hook. It's going to swing back around. We're trading back above the 25-day moving averages again. Again, it's quick. We got to hold it. We got to hold the momentum. Keep an eye on your moving averages. Keep an eye on that on the daily, and your MACD on a broader scale. That's going to be your biggest indicators. If we get some sell pressure and sell back below the 25-day moving average, everything is kind of null until we get above it and hold above it. But guys, that's what I have for today. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, until next time, peace.